Give it up for Roger O'Sullivan, everybody. Keep it going for him.
My hairline definitely isn't receding. My hairline is encroaching. By the end of this gig, you will all be part of my hairline. Do you want to know the best thing about looking like this? Yeah, me too. The best thing about looking like this is that everyone will always believe you if you tell them that you've someday completed a Rubik's Cube. I'm Irish. Yes, very good, very good. Thank you, thank you. I'll forgive you for all the oppression. As long as I get through. I used to live in Cork. Sorry, still getting used to the language. Used to live in Cork. Then I moved to East London. Now I live in fear. I live in an up-and-coming area. They don't tell you that that's talking about your blood pressure. I grew up in the countryside, which is a very boring place to grow up. I didn't speak until I was about 4. My parents were worried, maybe he's a speech impediment or learning difficulty. Just actually had fuck all to talk about. I still remember my first words as well. It was, oh no, I've shit myself. Looking back, I think my mom knew. This is the worst gig to do if you're epileptic. Yeah. My mom always tells me that the worst thing with getting older is losing your memory. And I always tell her, yeah, you've told me that about 4 times today. But I'm looking forward to losing my memory because I have some fucking shit memories. Like, I remember once I walked into my parents 96ing together in bed. Which, if you're not familiar with that move, that's when you sleep facing away from each other. Because you're in a loveless marriage. That was the day I learned a life shared is a life halved. I shouldn't joke though, I have quite a lot of trauma based around my dad because when I was growing up, he stayed. That's my mom. No, I'm telling. It was hard on me, hard on my mom. Like I used to I drink all the milk and smoke all the cigarettes. Trying to get him to go to the shop over and over again, but he kept coming back. My dad though, he did teach me the best lesson of my life. One day he sat me down. He said, "Son," which was a nickname he had for me. He said, "Son, if you pick a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life because you won't get that job." And he was right. Because I ended up working in IT. I didn't need to tell you that I worked in IT, When you look like this, you don't even need the qualifications. You just turn up and tell people confidently enough that you work in IT. People just start handing you their laptops. I had a very Catholic upbringing as well. Not so much the God stuff, more the wine and betrayal. I had such a Catholic upbringing that my biggest fear as a child was getting divorced. What was I worried about? Like, she's going to take half the Lego. Let's face it though, now I'm an adult, I should be way more worried about getting divorced. I have way better Lego. One of the things that they don't tell you when you move over here first is that you need to get used to the different accents. Because I just think all English people sound posh. But then I started going out with my girlfriend, and I kind of thought, I might be into an inheritance here. And then I found out that she's from Walthamstow.